Hey, what's up guys? It's Ryan Creates, and today we have the Fractured Soldier, Lars. Now, I was going to originally get this character, but then I thought to myself, do I really want him? I mean, I have 2B, Best Babe 2B is pretty good, so let's see if Lars actually can stand up and be better than 2B. Yes, I'm talking about the Divergent Battler, by the way. But, let's go into the Fractured Soldier stats. So, at maxed out, as shown at max state, force is 11,210, total HP is 46,238, attack is 3,846, defense is 3,584, agility, the big one, 1,200, and then critical rate and critical damage are the same as the average character, but not bad stats. Good HP, very quality with the attack and defense being nearly the same, but the agility is where it really shines. And also, we should keep in mind here is we haven't taken a look at the character abilities or skills. Let's take a look over at 2B and let's see just how much of a difference we have in stats here. So let's just click this. We're going to go over to loadout, the best babes, or just the best B girls, but here we go. So Divergent Battler 2B, a higher total force of 13,005. HP is lower though, 41,435. Attack quite a bit higher with 5,140. Defense is just about 200-ish lower, being at 3,239. Agility is the same. Critical rate and critical damage are the same, so they're both sharing the same agility stat with relatively intermediately high HP. And then their attack and defense, again, 2B is a lot more on the attack side than Lars is. However, let's go back and take a look-see at Lars. Actually, probably, hold on. Yeah, let's go back to Lars. So the Fractured Soldier's character skill is Soul Destroyer, and as you guys can see here at level 15, deals 120% damage to one enemy 3 times and reduces defense by 50% for 30 seconds. So again, not bad. You're getting a 3-hit combo here, or just 3 hit of attacks of 120% damage, and reduces the defense of that enemy by 50% for 30 seconds. So at the max state, it's pretty good. But let's take a look at 2B's stats really quickly here. So we're gonna head over and Loose Blade. So Loose Blade at level 15 deals 100% damage 5 times, so a bit lower on the damage side, but we are getting more attacks which could make up for it. But this time it increases damage by 40% when HP is under 50%. So she's a final rush, which is why Best Babe 2B is mostly used for PvP. That's what she's recommended for. She's the S tier in that. I do think that there is potential for Lars to be in PvP for sure, just based off of his agility alone. Because getting into his character abilities, we have Fleetfoot, one that he shares with 2B, agility up by 20%. But this is where they differ. So Lars is specifically the kind of character you're going to want to use for Wind, because Wind usually does go in conjunction with, well, speed and agility. And Whirlwind Rush here increases the stats of equipped wind affinity weapons by 40% when it's maxed out. So that is something that actually could be really good if you use the right weapon. So one-handed sword, wind weapon, there's quite a bit to choose from. I know Galay also kind of shares the same field as Lars in 2B, where she also has a high agility and, okay, well, 2B can't relate to this, but also uses a wind weapon, as we know. And I could just slip, just for a little bonus, let's slip Galay in here. She isn't maxed out, but, and I know that's kind of a travesty, why am I doing it, but you could probably assume that Galay is definitely hitting it up a lot harder with 60% damage 5 times and increases attack by 20% for 30 seconds. So I don't think that's better than 2B. And then Vigor and Fleetfoot are basically the same with a lower agility, but I believe at max it does go up to like 200, or 1,200. So she is around the same, but I do believe that Lars is better than Galay, but that's why I'm not comparing her here, just because I don't have her maxed out and I'm too lazy to go and look up the stats, so please don't kill me. But yeah, hey, back to Fractured Prisoner. Fractured Prisoner. No, that was a long time ago. Fractured Soldier. This 40% weapon increase. Now, I know Theo has something very, very similar to this. If we go and take a look at Theo, the celebratory girl, probably one of my all-time favorite characters in this game. She has a Void Rush, which increases stats of Dark Fang weapons by 25. Now, she was free, and she is quite tanky and has some high total force, so maybe it's not fair to compare her, but Lars definitely 40% increase to wind weapons. Why was he not out in the first Tower Abyss or Abyss Tower event? Like, seriously, this would have been so much helpful. What are you thinking, devs? Come on. Yeah, if they were, definitely I would have been having this guy on my team if he was out during the, what was it? It wasn't the, I was gonna say Moist event, but whatever the Water Tower Abyss event was, Lars would have been perfect for that and probably would have been a lot better for this video. But yeah, just because he specializes in that. Now, wind overall, again, it's got its situations. Again, mostly with agility and speed. We've got a lot of that going on here. And Galay's weapon. You know what? Why are we even bringing up Galay's weapon? Let's actually take a look at the Iron Abandonment. So this one-handed wind sword at 5 stars with max stats being shown has force of 4,512 with HP of 23,851 and attack of 1,987 with a defense of 1,533. So this weapon, okay, based off its stats, it's not that amazing, but let's get into what really makes a weapon good. It's skills and abilities. So going over the first weapon skill here, we have the 65% damage 3 times, increases agility by 30% for 10 seconds. So again, it all ties in with that agility and that wind. Well, they're actually, I mean, you know, we don't have to say that it's wind, but assuming you're using this is a wind weapon, yeah. So more wind damage. Or just more damage, but since you got the wind weapon, then you got Lars' ability, 40% up with wind. Basically, yeah, it all corresponds with each other. So, 10 seconds. Let's see what his next ability is. So, okay, abandoning Aegis. So, he does, Lars does kind of lack in, or no, he does have better defense than 2B, doesn't he? So, you are getting more of a buff here with 45% damage times 4 and increased defense by 10% for 10 seconds. So we're up to 10 seconds. So maybe you first want to go for, of course, your abandoning Fleetfoot and then for Aegis. Maybe to end it off, because that Aegis could be okay for that defense up for when the enemy attacks. So definitely could see that being useful. But let's check out the weapon abilities. Tempest Boon increases wind damage by 30%. Another wind increasing ability here. Again, if you're going to have a maxed out Lars, I'm going to assume that you do have 4 duplicates of him and his weapon. So it would only make sense that you probably have this weapon maxed out. I'm using this weapon. Toughness. HP up by 15. So, honestly, for a PvP character, depending on who your opponent is, he could be better than 2B. But I don't think he is. Because 2B has the Yorha issues something majigger. Let me just check this out. I don't know if I have it on this character. Okay, yeah, there it is. It's not maxed out, but yeah, the Yorha issue blade. Yorha Blitz does a crazy amount of damage. 65% damage 5 times. Not a lot, but it does add up. And then Yorha Vigor, 41% damage 4 times. And increases attack by 8% for 10 seconds. So maybe you want to use Yorha Vigor first and then go for your Yorha Blitz to add up that damage. And then maybe end off with 2B's character skill, Lucid Blade, which, especially when you're low on damage and you just had that buff with the your hot blitz. Well, I guess your hot blitz doesn't really buff you up. So, I mean, I guess 10 seconds would give you enough time to just quickly sneak in that character ability, so possibly. But, yeah, overall, especially when 2B is under, what is it, 50% damage, that's gonna, or 50% health, with Vigor and Fleetfoot, again, more good, just more great passives. And assuming you might also, also assuming that you have this, like, all of your weapon abilities and character abilities ready right at that moment, you could dish out a ton of damage in PvP, especially if you have the affinity advantage. Alright, so we've gone over all that. I don't think I need to do gameplay with him. I think overall, Fractured Soldier, I think he's gonna come back, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I know a lot of people are probably yelling at me seeing my how I have this right here and a fair amount of gems, but I did pull the subline gun, so that's really nice. But as a recap, if this would have been before, and I know they probably will end up bringing a wind event back into the game, or an abyss tower, a water. So Lars is going to be really good for that, since he does look like he's a bit more beefy because of his HP, and also he does have increased defense if you use his weapon for the Aegis. So overall, I think Lars, especially the Fractured Soldier, is a pretty kick-ass character. Wind is definitely going to be what you're going to want to use here. He has so many buffs to his wind just with himself and his weapon. There's a lot of good potential. I might actually end up getting him in the future, but I really want to see what's coming out next, because there is quite a bit more content that's coming out, especially with the other record event, which is probably going to bring a new character anyways. So I will be looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for watching to end this video. If you do have any questions or have any suggestions for our next video, never hesitate to leave them in the comment sections below. Also, like the video if you enjoy or got value from the content, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and want more Near Reincarnation content just like this, or maybe something different. And if you do, I have a whole playlist on it. Go check it out. Over 100 videos, phenomenal, a bunch of content and answers that you probably will find there. And make sure to hit the bell so that you never miss a video when I upload. And share this video with all your friends who play the game and Near Reincarnation Discord server. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have been Ren Creates. I love all you guys. Stay safe and peace out.